Hey everyone. For today's topic, I want to discuss how being respectful and kind towards others will actually give you a huge advantage in life. The main reason why is because, in general, when you're respectful and kind towards others, it makes people want to help you more because they realize you're not an a-hole, like you're deserving of help. You're someone who's cool, friendly to be around, so why not help you? Right? And sometimes when you're dealing with older people, it can even make them look at you as like someone worth mentoring. So the more that you're kind and respectful towards people, it makes people want to help you. But even beyond that, it will make people more kind and respectful towards you as well. Because we human beings tend to be like mirrors when it comes to energy. If someone comes at us with really aggressive, mean energy out of nowhere, very few people are going to be kind and respectful towards that in return. Now, I'm not saying people will exactly mirror that aggressiveness right away and want to fight that person, but they're going to be put on the defensive mode instead of being warm and cheerful. Like if some random person on the street came up to me and was being really aggressive, I'd probably immediately get really like serious and be like, what the hell is wrong with this person? Probably wouldn't say it out loud, but I'd be thinking it, and I'd probably also be clutching the pocket knife I tend to carry on me because I'd be like, what is this? Is this person trying to like hurt me or something? What's going on here? It's going to immediately put you in the state of mind where you're being defensive, you're being a bit wary of the other person. But if someone is kind and respectful towards you, it usually allows us to let down our guard a bit because we can tell this person's being genuine. They care about others. And it's really refreshing, especially in today's world where there seems to be less of this energy, at least in big cities. I don't know what it's like elsewhere in the world, but I've already made videos talking about how there literally is a psychological phenomenon where when a lot of people are in a big city, it makes them become desensitized to their fellow human beings, so they're more likely to be rude and mean without caring. So yeah, it happens here in Los Angeles rather often. You get people who just care only about themselves and they do stupid things and put others in harm's way without caring, like on the road, tailgating, driving recklessly and all that. And even in like grocery stores and whatnot, you could have people cut you in line and think that it's acceptable behavior because I guess they've never had someone slap them in the face for doing that. Well, very likely. So yeah, but the more kind and respectful you are towards others, you'll find people tend to mirror that energy. So it will naturally just lead to better interactions with other people. But what actually inspired me to discuss this for today's topic is because while I was driving home today from work, I ended up getting pulled over by a police officer. And when it first happened, I was thinking, is he actually pulling me, like he's pulling me over? Wait, what? Because I didn't do anything wrong. So I was wondering, like, what the hell is happening? What's the deal? I was thinking, is it something with my registration? But I know I paid that. It's like it's whatever, I forget the term, but it wasn't expired. So I didn't know what was happening. But he ended up telling me it was because of my window tint, which made a lot of sense. I purchased my car used, and the previous owner, he tinted the hell out of the windows. It's super dark. It's hard to see into my car, and that's exactly the rationale the officer was giving me for why he was going to ticket me. But I was really polite and kind and respectful towards the guy, even though, of course, in those situations, it can be difficult to be that way because whenever a cop pulls you over, you're getting screwed in some way, right? Like, they're not going to pull you over for something good. So, as soon as an officer is right there peering into your window, something bad is happening to you, and that can easily make you become defensive. But I just figured, it's not going to help the situation at all. Even if I don't respect this officer or if they're not worthy of respect, I'm still going to be respectful towards them because it beats the alternative, which usually means bad things will happen to you and you're gonna get ticketed and all that jazz, and they may even try to screw you over in other ways, like trying to search your car and that sort of thing. So I was just being kind and respectful towards them because why not? It's the best route to take in that situation. And sure enough, he actually let me off with a warning rather than giving me a fix-it ticket. And that was really cool. He was a chill guy, and I thanked him for it because he saved me quite a bit of money and hassle with that. So yeah, this is what I'm getting at, because if I had been mean and defensive and aggressive with that officer, I highly doubt he would have let me off with just a warning. That's what I'm driving at here. The kind of energy you put out there is often mirrored towards you. So when you're kind and respectful towards others, people want to help you more often. Like that officer, I don't know exactly why he did what he did, but I imagine the way I treated him had a lot to do with it. So just realize that, like, being kind and respectful towards others is an advantage in life. It helps you out, but you should almost always do it from a place of being genuine. Obviously, it can be like a tactic to get ahead in life, but people are usually pretty good at telling the difference between you being genuine and you faking it. So you ought to really mean it when you're doing it. And I will be honest and say that quite often it can be a bit more difficult for me to be kind and respectful towards people that I don't quite like. And in general, I would say my view of police officers is probably not the greatest. And it's not even because of all the propaganda in the US. It's more so just because the way I view positions of power and the psychology behind who those positions tend to attract. So I quite often think if someone's a police officer, they could be a good person, and I hope that they are, but there's also a possibility that they're like a high school jock or a bully who wants a position of power because it's about the easiest one you can get, really, straight out of high school. Like, there aren't many other easier positions you can get into that give you power over normal people, like being a police officer. So I understand that. So yeah, it makes my opinion of officers not be the greatest, but I still will be kind and respectful towards them if they're cool. If I understand, like, this is just a normal dude doing his job. He's not power hungry. He's a cool guy. And thankfully I lucked out in finding one of those officers and not one of those power hungry guys who absolutely suck. So yeah, I mean, that's just the way you want to operate in general. Just be kind and respectful towards others, because why not? It helps you get further in life, and it's just the right way to treat your fellow human beings. They're people dealing with their own problems. Sometimes people could be having horrible days. Maybe they lost a loved one. Maybe they lost their job. You never know what's happening. So when you're kind and respectful towards others, you can really help them out and pull someone out of a dark place. You just never really know. So why not be kind and respectful towards others in general? But that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this video. I truly hope you enjoyed it. If you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like on it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci.